Hi, welcome to Shashcode. My name is Lisa Shashkova, and today we'll learn what's the difference between git merge and git rebase commands. Why you might want to use it. For example, there is a main branch where all the commits of your project lives, and there is your feature branch. And at some point, the fork happened in your Git history. That means that now there are two branches with same parent, but there are also new commits in the main branch. For example, your teammates did them, they are green on this image, and there are also orange commit in your feature branch which you committed during your workday. First, you need to decide what do you want to do with these branches. You need to choose direction because there are two opportunities in this case. In the first case, you might want to get new changes from the main branch and integrate them into a new feature branch. So you're not ready to merge it into the main branch yet, but there are some, for example, important fixes which your colleagues has already committed and you want to integrate them into your branch so you can test your changes with your teammates' changes and only after that merge it into main branch. And of course, there is another direction when you finished your work on your feature branch and you just want to put your changes into the main branch so everybody in your team can use this feature. You can use both merge and rebase in both cases, but result will be different for different commands. Let's try to understand what will be the difference. First, we'll consider the case when we want to integrate friend changes from the main branch into our feature branch. In this case, we need to check out our feature branch, git checkout feature, and after that, just execute git merge main command. That means that we want to merge main branch into our feature branch. After that, merge command will create a merge commit. Merge commit, there will be a new commit. It will be located in a feature branch and it will contain changes from both main branch and feature branch. So this is exactly what you wanted. Now in your feature branch, you have merge commit and all the changes on the fresh changes from the main branch and from your feature branch. Merge command stores information about its parent. Merge commit has two parents, the previous commit in the main branch and the previous commit in the feature branch. And if there were some conflicts, so if there were some files which were modified by two developers at the same place, Git will ask you to resolve these conflicts, and after that, merge commit will contain information about these conflicts resolving. So this is how it works. But what will happen if you execute rebase command? The result will be a bit different. So you need to check out your feature branch and you need to execute rebase command. What will happen after that? Rebase works a bit different. First, it will detach your commits from the feature branch from the previous place where they were, and later it will reattach them to the new place. It will reattach it after all the new commits in the main branch. They will be so-called new commits. So from user point of view, you won't see the difference because changes are the same and commit message is the same, but they will have different hash. So technically, from the Git point of view, they will be new commits. And it has some pros, of course, because after that it will create linear history. You can see there are now this fork and then merge. So the result of the rebase command looks much nicer than the result of the merge command, but the process of conflicts resolving will be a bit more complicated
because in case of rebase command, you will need to resolve conflicts for each commit separately, because you will be doing it during this reattachment process. But there is also a pretty nice solution. It's interactive rebase. You can pass this flag to your rebase command, and after that you will be able interactively modify your commits, your commit messages, changes, unite some commits right during rebase process.
So, how does rebase work? It reattaches existing commits to the new place. It rewrites the history, which is not really great. But after that, your history looks very good because it's linear, it's pretty simple, and if you use interactive rebase, you can fix up some commits in your history right during your rebase process. If we want to integrate fresh commits from main into our feature branch, the main difference between rebase and merge commands is that merge creates one merge commit, additional new commit, and rebase reattach existing commits as the new commits. Great! Now, if we've finished our work on this feature branch, and now we want to integrate our changes into main branch, make them available not only for us, but for all our project contributors. First, we can try, of course, use merge command, and it's pretty simple as the most popular way. We just check out main. This time we check out main because we want the resulting merge commit appear in the main branch. So we just check out it, execute main command, and that's actually it. Now we have again new merge commit, which contains changes from both branches, which has two parents, and that's pretty simple. Nothing difficult here. The much more use case will be if we decide to use rebase command. We might think that it should be something similar. So we check out main and just rebase our main branch on the feature branch. And as we already know, rebase just detaches commits and reattach them again, and the result will look something like this. So rebase took new commits from main branch, removed them, and attached them again after our commits from feature. And this looks okay. What's wrong with that? But honestly saying, there is a problem here. And the problem is that rebase created new commits, and that means that the history is rewritten. It was okay when it was in our feature branch where we work alone, but in this case, when we executed rebase in other direction, we have rewritten commits from the main branch, and that means that all your teammates have old version of these commits, and you have so-called new version of this history of the main branch. And that means if you decide to push this new local main to your origin main, you will get problems because Git doesn't understand how to resolve that. You have rewritten some part of history. Of course, you can recommit these changes again with merge commit, but you will have duplicated commits in the remote branch that will look pretty strange. Of course, there is one solution. It's a force push. Force push will force your changes to be the default one. So your new rewritten history will be the default history. But it, of course, has some problems because, which is pretty evident, that means that now only you have correct history and all your teammates have wrong history. And when they decide to update from the repository after your push, they will get error That means that they will need to check out the whole repository again with correct history, which is, pretty difficult. And of course, all your teammates will be very, very sad because you integrated your changes and now the tons or maybe hundreds of people need to check out your repository again. If you work in some shared branch, do not use force push. Git will warn you when you type this command, so this is the reason to think about it twice or maybe 3 or 4 times. You must be absolutely sure that you want to use it right now. Okay, so now we understand that we can't use this rebase command if we want to integrate our changes from feature branch to the main branch. But what should we do then? As you remember, in the first part, we've already used rebase for other type of task. We want to integrate changes from the main branch to our branch. And that was the result of our command. So rebase just detached our commits from feature branch and reattached them to the correct place after fresh commits in main. But that is exactly what we need. We want, if we want to integrate changes from our feature branch, we want the result to look like this. So there are old main commits, there are fresh new commits, and after that there are our new commits from our feature branch. This is what we want. Great! So that looks like we can use our previous commands. Yes, but not fully yes. Because after this rebase command, there is a problem with a branch's head. After that, the head of the main branch is still on its old place, on the last green commits. But we want to move it to our fresh commits in the feature branch, so to the last orange commit. And there are, of course, commands to move head of our main branch to the most recent commit, so it will be visible inside this branch. First of all, we can use, of course, merge command. We need to check out main branch and after that execute merge command. And since these branches have now common parent, the merge command will just move our head of the main branch to the correct place, to the place which we want. They will both head of main and feature will point to the latest commit from our feature branch. And additionally, it's safe because if you forgot to rebase your changes, for example, it will just add one more merge commit, which is, well, not really terrible. This is okay. There is another way to move head of the main branch to the head of feature branch. You can use reset command, which was created exactly for moving heads of our branch to the different places. You can just execute reset, keep feature. Keep means that you will save your local changes which wasn't committed. But this command's not very safe because if your branch wasn't correctly rebased on the main, it will lose some commits on main. So it's not that good as the previous merge command. So the rule is simple, just don't forget to rebase your feature branch on the fresh main branch. This is how it works. So after all, if you want to use rebase command to integrate your changes from the feature branch to the main branch, you shouldn't execute rebase command directly. You should do the following. First, you need to check out feature branch, rebase your feature branch on the main branch. After that, you need to check out the main branch and execute merge command. As we already know, it will move head of the main branch to the correct place, to the latest commit in the feature branch. And this is how it works. Well, of course, there are 4 commands instead of 2 commands, but It will create beautiful linear history and beautiful commits messages, and everything will be really great and cool without merge commits. If we want to integrate our changes from feature branch to the main branch, what should we do? We can use, of course, merge command, which is pretty simple. It will just create new merge commit, or we can use rebase, which will reattach existing commits to the new place. Be careful when selecting direction of your rebase command, because if you execute it on the wrong direction, it will rewrite history in your main branch and you won't be able to push it. Great, now let's try to show some results. So what's the difference between merge and rebase commands? First of all, merge, as we already know, merge creates additional merge commit, and rebase doesn't create additional commits, but it recreates existing commits, so it removes the old one and creates them as new ones. Merge stores history, but results isn't linear, so if you check the history after the merge commit, you will still see this fork of the branches and merge, which will have two parent commits. Rebase rewrites history, that's true, but result is linear, so it's very beautiful and nice to see, especially when there are many contributors who contribute to the same repository. And additionally, if you use interactive rebase, you can fix your small commits, maybe not ideal commits, hide some temporary changes which were reverted in your feature branch. So after that, you can just show one beautiful commit with your changes. Conflicts resolving is also different for both commands, because when you execute a merge command, you just resolve conflicts once and they will be visible in the merge commit. In case of rebase, you will need to resolve conflict for each commit. But again, interactive rebase, you can use interactive rebase firstly inside your feature branch, so you can squash it into one commit, and only after that rebase it into master and again resolve conflicts once. And the most important thing for your safety is the common direction. So merge command works in both directions. You just need to check out the correct branch, either main or feature, and execute merge command, and it just defines in which branch the resulting merge commit will be created. In case of rebase, you should always remember about what's going on, because it's unsafe to rebase shared branch or some other branch, because it will rewrite history. So be sure to rebase your feature branch on the main, the shared branch, and only after that you can do this linear result, whatever you want. Continue working in the feature branch or move main head to the correct place, so the result will be okay. So today we learned what's the difference between git rebase and git merge commands. I hope this information will be useful for you. Thank you for joining me today. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on this channel, and see you in the next video. Bye!